Going on, everyone? Trying to get this set up really quick. Yeah, give me a second, alright? Okay, can everyone hear me? How are we doing today? Is that better? Awesome. Everyone still has a little time. I started a little bit early, trying to get everything set up. I'm still new to streaming off of YouTube. I usually do off of like Instagram Live. So, still figuring it all out. How's everyone's weekend been? How's it going, Justin? How you doing? I'm ready. Um, well, I took a little bit of the work out of it for you all, because I've been looking at Tesla since last week. Um, you can see here on the weekly, for those of you for those that are early, I'm going to get started just a little bit early. Plenty of time for everyone else. And if you remember, if you have some stocks that you want me to look at, post them in the comments. I'll go back through and check them out. Hopefully find us all some setups that work with all of our account sizes. Okay, you can see Tesla, we had a nice move last week. We're looking at the weekly chart here. What I want to see it break above this 907.6.7 area. And we have quite a bit of room. I got some price targets in between. Let me pull up the daily chart here. You can see this a little better. I mean, we can fine tune this a little with, tighter price targets. But I think once we get going here, especially the nice move we had last week, we broke above the 20 SMA. We're testing this 38.2% on the Fibonacci. I think we could see a move all the way up. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. It's going to depend on the market overall. But I think we could see a move all the way up to this 971.74 area in the near future, if the overall market cooperates with us. Like I said, I will go back through and look at the charts you all posted. I'm sorry, the stocks you all are posting in the comments section and go over them. I can already see someone said AAPL, Apple. Let's look at Apple. Yeah, I mean, got a clear trend line. First thing I see on the daily here. We broke out of that on Friday here. Let's go to the weekly. Let me get us some good price targets. We could actually go with a Fibonacci retracement tool on this one. You know, see what we got. Let me edit this. For those of you that are new to trading, this looks a lot more complicated than what it really is here. So the weekly, we're still below on the weekly here. We're still below this 20 SMA, but I guess a good end. Well, let me get this. I like this apple above. I like it above that 165.72. That would be my entry. Keep in mind these levels that we're getting, they're not for swing trading or day trading. There's no particular way you can trade these. If you know how to trade and manage your risk, you can trade them how you like. Preferably, you know, me personally, I like to day trade these levels unless I just see a killer setup. And something like Tesla, I don't like swing trading Tesla in general. You know, it's really expensive, and can get away from you really quickly, especially the way the market's been here lately. Yeah, I think, you know, final price target on this would be that 169.4. Again, that probably, I don't know if that will happen all in one day. Once we get above that 165.72, let's go back to the daily, see if we can get some price targets in between this. No, I mean, it's got room. I like that. So, that's Apple above 165.72 for call options, right? Honestly, I mean, we was talking about swing trades. That doesn't look horrible for a swing trade if we can get above that. 168, 168 to 169 area would be a good price target on that trade. Lucid. Let's check out Lucid. Someone in the comments said Lucid. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of the same chart patterns on these stocks where we had that nice move on Friday. Let's see what we can get here. Let's chart this out. Let's get some support and resistance going here. Like that. Let's see. So we're pretty much right at this resistance level. A little bit above it. Which one of these has? I believe Neo has earnings this week. I was thinking it was Lucid for a second, but I believe it's Neo. I don't like to trade stocks that have earnings a whole lot, especially with options, because options are so overpriced during earnings. I mean, honestly, I just like it above that 25.6.7 area for some calls. I would just play it as a scalp. Keep in mind, from my experience trading Lucid, the contracts have had high IV. Not something you want to swing trade. You probably would be better off trading shares. I think I have taken a leap on Tesla once. Who asked that? I lost the message. Oh, ground. I see you now. Do you have a play? Do you have a play that is for a small account, like $1,000 account? Yeah. Um, you could trade Lucid here. Um, the Apple small account friendly as well. Tesla is not so much. See if I missed any. Let's look at MULN, another one from. Oh yeah, it's had a nice week, huh? Penny stocks, not my strong point for sure. For those of you that's in Team Bull with me, you may want to have Dunkford check this one out. Definitely not my strong point, but we have had really good volume here, as you can see. Let's look at the chip sector. Let's look at AMD. Same pattern. I love these patterns. I believe we're gonna have a really, really good week. I'm simply just gonna be watching it for a breakout of this. And if you're looking to get price targets off something like this, you can use Person's pivots, Fibonacci. Fibonacci is more for stuff closer to all-time highs than this. I simply use support and resistance a lot of times. I'll see if I can get us some good price targets above this. It's hard to see it right there with all the volume bars with it. Look at the weekly really quick. There's a clear one. I'm gonna have to take this one down to the 4-hour. Okay, so we're gonna say above 115.6 for calls. There is a support. I'm sorry, a resistance rather. Another. Oh, that one went to the wrong spot. Just drawing out some resistance, some potential price targets for you all. It's hard to see on this 4 hours. It's so spread out. Okay. See if we can find one more. Well, all right. So now we have our price targets on AMD. If we break above this trend line, two things could happen here. We could hit this reject back down, come back down to the support, or we could break above this 115 and get in for calls and possibly play it up to these price targets that you see here. Keep in mind, you're always watching level 2 and volume to confirm these levels. This is just the stocks I will be watching. Nick asked a question. I want to answer that really quick. It says, "Hey Grizz, what kind of spreads do you find acceptable or too high when it comes to small account friendly options?" You the tighter the better. Honestly, you can, as day traders, we have the choice to be as picky as we want to be. Right? No one's making us take a trade, so if it doesn't, if you don't like it, if it's not a, if you don't feel right, don't trade it. If you see something that's, a small account trade and it's got a $20 spread, probably not worth trading because already gonna open $20 in the negative once you get in it. But like on Tesla, a $20 spread is normal, somewhat normal. Amazon, you'd be lucky if you get a $20 spread on their options. The bigger the stock, it just depends the stock really. What's really important to make sure you pay attention to the volume. Make sure you're gonna have plenty of people to buy, sell to. Hope I answered that for you. Trevor asked me to look at Amazon. Elizabeth, I see your question as well. Let me look at Elizabeth really quick. I'm trying to keep these in order. I will get to Amazon, Trevor. B L well, DER. There we go. BLDR. Looks like it's setting up, huh? I like it from what I can see here. I mean, let's look at the daily. Daily looks good. Broke above that resistance, held above it. Look at the weekly. All right, I like it. Good catch, Elizabeth. Just make sure you can find some options that have liquidation before you. Let me edit this really quick. Good call. Yeah, I mean, we're above this 77.6. Next price target would be probably 80. I like to keep them whole numbers in mind. Let me just mark that out for you all. So maybe set a price target right at 79.90. Probably be quite a bit of buyers up to 80. Next price target would be 81.5. And you can see here, if we get back above this, I don't know if this is 52-week highs or all-time highs, whatever it is here. If we get above this, chances are we're gonna reach that 127.2% on the fib for the final price target of this trade. But that could take a while. This is a weekly time frame, so it could take it a month or two to reach that. Keep that in mind. That's just the ideal, No advice here, just what I see. Morning, Quinn. Or afternoon, rather. Alright, Amazon is next. Hey, Green Eyes, how you doing? I'm gonna check out Shop for you right after I check out this Amazon. Let me remove these drawings. Trevor, I like Amazon above this 20 SMA here. You can see we kind of came up to it last week, respected it. If we can get above it, you could draw you out some price targets just using fib or however you want to do it. You can do your support and resistance, what a person's pivot. I personally won't be trading this or watching it that closely because I have a little bad history with Amazon. Let's check out Shop. Pull up the daily chart. So again, the same thing as not the same thing as Amazon, but we're coming up and testing this 9 EMA on the weekly. If we get above it, um, I say we'll find that 20 EMA next around that 9, which that's quite the move. It's definitely coming out of that oversold zone hard, just like a lot of the stocks had a nice bounce in the market this last week. Let me look at the daily chart. Yeah, I like this. It's got quite the resistance at the 813.1. I'm just going through and I'm going to chart out the most obvious ones first, because most of the time the most obvious ones is what everyone is watching. People that are not going to take a whole lot of time to set and chart out support and resistance. Not that we're going to get all the way up here. I just wanted to get that going for my personal reasons. Let's see. There's a It does have some room. I feel like it definitely wants the 800 level for sure. And I do see a gap here on the daily. I don't know if you all can see that. You see that it's not a huge gap. Chances are, let me remove this drawing. Maybe you can see it better. See the gap on the daily here? So if we enter into that gap around that 79.8 area, chances are we'll fill it. Or, at least halfway fill it. Just be sure to trim on the way up if you take that trade. It's most definitely headed towards it though. And the gap fills they're one of the most easy trades to manage. For those of you that have watched my other YouTube videos, I talk about them often, because you know where to get out of the trade if it goes bad, and you know where your final price target is. Let me show you. Karam asked how I know good volume. Let's just look at something better that has better volume. Like, let's look at Tesla, for instance. You can just tell. Like, if you're looking at the 5 minute here, you see these volume bars. You see over morning, off market open, we have good volume. That's just how it works. That's why I'm usually done trading within the first hour. The best volume tends to be within the first hour to market. You can see it just kind of dies out. Still got enough to trade here, but me personally, I try to stay away from volume like this. And they also have indicators you can add in that show you like the volume average for whatever day you choose, 20 day, 50 day, whatever. If you hear some noise, there's a sound like a fire truck or something down the road. Awesome, Lucid. Quad witching. At least just Google it. It gives you a really simple definition of it. It's really, it's nothing complicated. Jarrett, the only stock you like to trade is Apple. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all with focusing on one or two stocks. Some people only trade SPY or the Qs, Nothing wrong with it. If it works, it works. Let's find us some more stocks to trade. Let's look for some more like small account friendly ones. NEO's got earnings. I really don't like trading earning stocks, but let's just look at it here. I mean, above that 20.9 or 21 area, it looks decent for a day trade. Smaller stocks like this, you can trade options, and they do well. I prefer to trade equity or shares on these. But I will say, if you watch my podcast, you know that I was talking about NEO a little bit during it. But the last three earnings NEO they've been bad, so just be aware. And it don't move a whole lot. It don't move a whole lot. But it does have a gap here to fill on the daily to the downside, from that 16 to 15.3, which isn't huge, but just be aware of that. And the video is one I was going to look at. Looks good. Okay. I'm going to put this in here. I know it's not that close to all-time highs, but I like to use this. Okay, yeah. I like that. So we're going to be watching the video above 267.25 for call options. You can see the price targets here. I will be treating this as a day trade. Scalps, probably. You know how I trade if you're in Team Bull. Kind of broke out of that resistance on my RSI as well. You can see that down there. Yeah, I really like this setup. It's either going to hit this, reject back down, or we're going to break through that and have a nice move up. Let's hope the market continues like it did last week. Zone, let's check it out. Well, we can already see this gap and draw that out. So, if we can get above this, let's just say 79.1, let's say 79.2 just to be safe. We're getting in that gap fill again. It looks like a good trade. If we can confirm, I like to give it just a second to confirm that, like maybe have a 5-minute candle open up, and you simply just get out of this trade if it comes back out of this zone. You know where your stop loss should be. But it looks good. Not a huge gap by no means, but it's over $1, and we have that 20 SMA right at that level, so I don't expect us to go much further than that gap fill. And if we do, just go ahead and use your Fibonacci tool and have you some price targets above it if you would like. Lisa says, what about BAC? Let's look at the banks. Looks good from what I see on the daily. Let's look at the weekly here. Let me remove these drawings. But you see, we got this 9 EMA here on the weekly, and they tend to respect these indicators, so that would be a good thing to always document on your chart so you know where it's at. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of got like a little flag forming here on the daily. Watch it above at 43.1 for a nice scalp or a day trade. Not a huge move, but it's got some room. That would be what I would watch on it and how I would trade it. It's not the best looking flag, but I've seen them like that before. UPST. Yeah, Karam, I'll take a look at it. Looking good. We're getting above this 20 SMA on the daily here. Let's pull up the weekly really quick. We got room. Up to that. What's that? Quite a bit of room up to fill up to that 20 EMA there. Let me remove that. I like it. We already know that whole number 130 would be one of our price targets. Yeah, man, it looks good. Remember, if you want to fine tune this after you get off this live, just go in, draw, chart out your resistance up above it, or use your person's pivots, whatever you want to use. Prefer resistance personally. Good catch. Ford? Yeah, let's take a look at Ford. Okay. Let me look at the weekly real quick. Let me remove all these drawings. Let's just go ahead and mark out where that the 9 EMA is on the weekly chart. I'll be surprised if we get past it this week. I mean, we could. I mean, you got like 80 cents worth of move there if you want to try to trade it above that. Above this resistance. So you want to trade it above 17. You're going to day trade it or whatever. And 17.83 would be a good price target. We're working on it, Caleb. Facebook, Jose. Alright, let me remove all these drawings. Looking good, Jose. Like it above this. Above the let's go ahead and just mark out this gap fill because that is one big gap. I like it above that 216.8. Again, we're gonna go this whole number. That 220 is our first price target. Let me go to the weekly, see if we can find any support or resistance on the weekly. Yeah, we have this 9 EMA here. nothing that really stands out. Mark that. Okay. Go back to the daily. The one thing we'll definitely be looking for is this gap fill. My first price target in the gap fill would be that 252.72 because that was a really obvious resistance on the weekly chart. But you know, that's quite the move. I don't know if it will fill that or not, but I do believe once we get into this gap at 248 on Facebook, we're gonna, there's gonna be some money to be made. Yeah, it's looking good to play to the upside. I will be watching to day trade this. This will be one of the top stocks that I'm watching for this upcoming week. Let's check out SQ. I was wanting to look at that as well. I'm telling you, there's just so many good setups. I'm pumped for this week. Oh, I didn't mean to make it. Sorry if I'm all over the place. It's my first time doing the watch list live. Kind of just getting what I'm thinking out loud. I like it. I like it above that 142, or let's just say 143. And I'll just be taking it for day trades on the way up. I really will be checking this every morning. Possibly be on my watch list that I put out for day trading inside Team Bull every morning. Yeah, it's looking good. Let's check out Docu. And if you don't understand Person's pivots and stuff like that, they're really simple to use. Just check out. I'm pretty sure Brandon has a YouTube video out on them and the Fibonacci. And if you don't follow Brandon, you can go to my Instagram and I follow him on there, and you can find all his stuff through that. And if you want to trade with me, if you're not in Team Bull, you can join through my link in the description. Okay, let's look at the weekly really quick on Docu. This was my stock of the week last week. Let me remove all these drawings. Mark that out. Let's document where the 9 EMA is on the weekly. Okay, so we still got a little room between the up into the 20 SMA. I'd like to see us get above that for even maybe a possible swing trade up to that 109.3 area. Just have to see about the contracts. I like trading contracts that have a high gamma while I'm swing trading. That's why one reason I don't like trading Tesla. The gamma's horrible. If you don't understand what gamma is, check out the live options class I did on my YouTube. I'll tell you all about it. What's up, Elon? I just seen you. Yeah, UPST's looking really good, Elon. But, I think we have our watch list for the week. We don't need to overwatch it. We found some really good setups, some really good possible swing trades. Definitely some good day trades, scalp trades. Keep in mind, this is not advice. It's just what I'm thinking, the stocks I'm personally watching. Hopefully I can find some good day trading levels and call them out in voice for us all. Does anyone have any more questions before I close this out. It's about time for me to eat and maybe take it easy for a minute. Anyone? Appreciate it, Caleb. I'm trying to give you the most value possible here. I'm trying to grow. I don't make anything for these. I'm just trying to. I don't know. Just my passion, I guess. I feel like I owe it to you all. Maybe some people don't have to work as hard as I have. You're welcome, Jose, Quinn, Caleb, Justin, everybody. Um, I'll see you all in the morning though, pre-market. Be ready to make some money.